And the preacher can turn around and say, well, that kid there's a little strange. He thinks he sees little green men. The concept of the little green men are stamped in your head by the media, by television, by cinemas, by the movies, as you call it here in America. So that when I say, I saw a little man, they say, you're a little green man, right? And I can't continue my story without looking like I'm crazy. You follow? So we're the people who've had the real experiences. People that know something is getting ready to happen. We're the people that are psychic sensitive. We feel something ain't right in the air. Regardless of whether we were Christians, Rastafarians, Muslims, Jews, Catholics, whatever we were brainwashed into. We took the time to investigate our own feelings and set aside our beliefs. Set aside our religious convictions. We re-investigated the holy books that we had on our mantelpiece, where a reverend sat there and told us what we should think, how we should think it, what each thing means. And we stopped and said, wait a minute, let me ask a question. When I started asking questions that the reverend couldn't address, I became a blasphemer. In Islam, when I turn around and ask simple questions, did Muhammad ride some type of camel creature to heaven or not? And if there is, what species is this camel creature? Don't get mad at me. Have the learned men of Islam explain it. That's easier. Don't get mad at me and call me a demon because as a child I may be reading the Quran and see word Buruj. I'm a hadith actually. Buruj. What's Buruj? I'm a kid. What's Buruj? I want to know. So someone said, yeah, okay, well that's blessed. Right? Someone said, well, this is a creature, a gleaming white creature, the size of a mule, with their ears are dragged to the ground, that Muhammad sat on in the night of Isra and made an ascension to a place that didn't exist yet. Masjid al-Aqsa didn't even exist then. And he flew there on a donkey. So listen, for all intensive spiritual purposes, for the mutasawwif of the Muslim world, I will accept that he traveled in time and space and saw the Masjid Aqsa in a spiritual realm before it was conceived on earth. Right? But all that falls in the realm of belief and faith, not reality and fact. Now, as long as I'm a belief and faithful person, that's a colorful story. But when it comes down to reality, I want to know what species this creature that flies through the sky belongs to. Is it the white horse that I see on the front of the movies and MCM movies? I've seen the white horses with wings. But I've never seen a white horse that looks like a mule or a donkey in reality in any circus or zoo or logged in any of the species of this planet. So where the hell did it come from? And what is it? And I get mad because I ask. I get met with astaghfirullah, you kafir, munafiq. I even become shaitan. They go so far as to call you shaitan himself. So I am the shaitan? Because I'm the devil. I was back there arguing with them in Adam's time because I got a question. Y'all niggas are really uptight. Y'all like 9 on the tension scale in this phase. Well, I'm going to deal with that. I can't even ask you a sensible question before I become the devil. And as we who have been sensitized by forces, that means they made me and you sensitive. They made me and you inquisitive. We had to be walking along the street, minding our own business, and a book gleamed off of a table, some brother standing out there with whatever costume. This book catches your eye as you walk by you. And you say, what is this? What is this crap? What do you people believe now? Mella who? Mella what? Mella what? Who? What is this guy? God? Yeah, no goddamn God. And when they say he ain't no God, you know what they're doing? They're coming from their interpretation of God. They don't ask you when you say Malachi is God, what is your definition of God? They go right to their church or their mosque and say, Astaghfirullah al-Azim, Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. They go mumbling on down the street calling you Shaitan. And they say, well, excuse me, have you ever seen a picture of a pharaoh in Egypt? And they go, yeah. Did you know that they were considered gods? Yeah. It's not a black thing. Because Julius Caesar was considered a god. You know what I'm saying? That's what we mean. They can't even begin to conceive common sense and logic because they've been washed in faith and belief. You hear me? But people are gathering all over the world that are aware that there's something shady about belief. And that's the word I dwell on every week. And you know why? Like I said many times, because once I can get you to believe something about somebody, I can damn near make you do anything to them. If I can come in here and say, see all these people gathered in this place here? Yeah. They're a cult. They're a cult because they don't believe that Jesus Christ is their personal Savior. That makes them a cult. See the guy up there in the front? Yeah, he wants to make everybody commit suicide. Now, why does that work so well in Christianity? Simply because the God of Christianity committed suicide for you. So you can readily identify with Jesus willing to give his life for you. So if you're a Christian, the doctrine of suicide works well with you. And this is why the first thing they say about every group of people that organize in this country who do not belong to a Christian denomination is they're a cult, and then it's followed by a suicide cult. But Christians are the ones who are suicidal, because every cult in this country and in Guyana and every place else who ever committed suicide on a massive scale were Christians. Because it's in their doctrine to be willing to die for someone else. It's not in our doctrine. You hear me? It is also not in the Pope's doctrine. Because that nigga be trying to live. And I don't give a damn if you get mad. The Pope is trying his best to live. That nigga got a bulletproof Pope-mobile. You hear me? I want to know. I've been asking this question. I ask this question every week. I want to know if the Pope is God's best friend. Him and God is tight. Why don't he want to go visit God? Why is he trying to teach me that I should want to die and go return to God when the Pope is ducking his ass off? They made him a new Pope-mobile when he went to Cuba with a lid on it. See, the old Pope-mobile, he could stand up like this here and do this. Word up. But the new Pope-mobile, he's sitting down doing this. Now, is this true what? If he is so close to God, and I know as good as the Pope is, when he died, he got a direct ticket to heaven. He will not pass go. He don't need the $200. He's going directly to heaven, right? Mother Teresa, with all that beautiful stuff she did, she got a direct ticket to heaven. Mother Teresa had 6 collapses and pulled through. And they'll tell you when somebody that age has a collapse and pulls through, they got to want to live. After they'll tell every one of us who had relatives who were old in the hospital that had a seizure, they say, that problem with you, but they got to want to live. The family got to give them that desire to live. Well, if Mother Teresa pulled through 6 of them suckers, she had to really not want to see God. If the Pope is riding around a bulletproof Pope-mobile, he don't want to meet God. But he's teaching me to want to go meet God. Billy Graham collapsed 4 times while giving a lecture. Just went, oh, boom. And God didn't catch his either. Billy Graham hit the floor in front of thousands of his followers. It was on television. No angels came out the sky and grabbed his ass. Homeboy hit the concrete.